that's when we're in this room, we have to talk about the truth or things that really happened. So do you promise you will tell the truth today?
Yeah.
All right. So who's in your family?
My dad, my mom, and my little brother. I have 2 cats, though.
Okay. What are your cats' names?
Sammy and Wander.
And Wander. And I'll draw a little cat here so I remember that Sammy and Wander are cats. Right, so you told me you like to play sports. So tell me about what sports you like to play.
I like basketball, soccer, football. That's pretty much it, but I play other ones too. My mom put me against kids who were 3 years younger than me, and I played very well. And my dad's like, he's gonna be all-star, and my mom's like, well, all the kids were like 3 years younger than him, and my dad was like, oh.
Wade Rash, I'm a sergeant with the Sheriff's Office here in Duluth in the Investigative Division.
And Jessica Labor, I'm an investigator with the Sheriff's Office also.
We had a 5-year-old female victim that was interviewed in another state at another child advocacy center. And the interview itself was nothing like the caliber of interviews that we have here in the Twin Ports that First Witness can put together. And we are very fortunate to have them done so professionally here, where we can walk away thinking that we got to the basic truthfulness of the story.
My name's Brianna Evans. I am a child protection investigator through St. Louis County IIU, which is the front line of child protection. And we sit as a part of the MDT team because our main purpose is to protect child safety, and that is our main goal as a part of that team.
I'm Gary Bjorklund, Assistant St. Louis County Attorney. I'm currently the head of the Criminal Division in Duluth. We try to make sure that First Witness is the best program possible, that the work that we do is among the top in the country. Make sure that the forensic interviews we do are legally sound, that they're the best practices. Currently, we work hard to keep up to date on practices and make sure that ultimately that children are protected and that offenders are held accountable for their actions.
So I'm a physician. I provide health care to people. So that's first and foremost my goal. I'm the medical piece of the pie. I make sure people are healthy and safe and well. That's just one piece though. The other piece is to be the medical expertise. So if someone has a question, any medical question, it's my job to be informed enough to answer that question or to go and find the answer in the medical realm.
Hi, I'm Rick Valento, and I'm a psychotherapist at the Human Development Center. My role on the multidisciplinary team is to provide professional mental health perspectives and how trauma impacts children in their day-to-day functioning. Also provide support to the other team members in the capacity of a mental health professional.
My name is Laura Gapsky, and I'm a forensic interviewer at First Witness Child Advocacy Center. One of the most important parts of my role is to really just be there for the child and listen to them. We always start out the forensic interviews telling kids that we're just there to listen to them and not have any judgment. And so when a child's talking to us, we utilize best practices and question formats that elicit as much information as possible so that our team members can work with the descriptions that the child gives us to corroborate, to refute, or to support what that child's experience had just been shared.
My name is Ina Newton, and I'm an advocate at First Witness Child Advocacy Center. My role with the multidisciplinary team is to be the support person for not only the child, but the identified supportive parent or caregiver. I see, looking at the entire multidisciplinary team and everybody's distinct roles, having an advocate there, I think, just adds that holistic approach to the family to help them navigate a system that they probably we're never anticipating having to navigate and not knowing where to go or what to say or what the next steps might be. As an advocate, I really see it as my role to just make sure that whoever they interface with, they feel supported and have a voice standing next to them.
One of the benefits And one of the reasons I rely heavily on those advocates in some cases is that my relationship with the family is typically about a safety issue. And it's hard to have that relationship with family and also have the type of relationship with the parents where we can sit and have a casual conversation about specific words that might be used or boundaries that kids should have in the bathroom, that I'm not that person to them at that point. And it's really helpful to bring in someone else with that expertise to build that relationship with the family.
Even going to a house to collect evidence after something really traumatic has happened to a family. There's been a few times where, that you've been present, and that's just really helpful, whether you're playing with other children at the home while this serious investigation is going on, or whether you're present while I'm speaking with parents and they have somebody that they're really familiar with. That's just so helpful, and it makes the investigation go much smoother.
For children to be protected, now the interview has to be done right. They get basically one chance to do the interview, and if it's not done right, if something is not what it should be, offenders can slip through the system, and children won't be protected. And so we look at something that's going to be admissible in court, that's going to be persuasive for the jurors, that's not going to be able to be attacked by defense attorneys. And the bottom line is that we hold offenders accountable. But the second part of it too is, the interviews have to be good, because the last thing we want to do is have a bad interview that results in someone who hasn't committed a crime to be unlawfully or wrongfully charged with a crime. So it works both ways. If a good interview will hold people accountable, a good interview will make sure that people aren't wrongfully accused of something.
I only see one little piece because that's my expertise. In order to fully understand what's in that black box of what happened last year or the year before, I have to talk to other experts, so law enforcement who know how to investigate circumstances, and attorneys who know how to help interpret that, and advocates who are really great at understanding families and patients and communication. It's only by getting all that information from all those different sources that we come to the most accurate conclusion. And even then, there's probably information that we don't know. It's the rest of the story, right? It's the whole picture, and it takes a team to do that.
What I find useful in the MDT team is coming together and providing these different perspectives with the goal of helping kids who've experienced things that have been very difficult.
To see it all come together is important, because not just one agency, one piece of the pie can't handle all of the needs ultimately of the victims and the victims' families.
I always talk about family assessments and family investigations being a jigsaw puzzle, and those pieces are put together with that team. And if we didn't have that team, there would be pieces of the puzzle missing. And the puzzle is important to give us a really good picture of safety for that child.
And there's been so many times that I come away from a first witness interview so grateful that first witness did the interview because of the way that it's done, and I know I couldn't have done it better. It probably wouldn't have been up to scale, so it's been a great partnership.